Releasing a #1 album is impressive, but while any big artist can accomplish that, it takes a certain type of superstar to break a record. I'm talking shattering view hits in less than 24 hours and making a 2-week run at #1 look easy. Looking at you, Adele. Stick around as we count down the 14 music artists who broke huge music-related records right here on Listed. Adele breaks records like it's her job. Well, technically it is her job, but her sophomore album 21 to this day has the most consecutive weeks at #1 on the UK album charts when it spent an amazing 18 weeks at the top spot. In the US, it stayed there for 24 weeks, marking the most times to top the chart for an album by a woman. Of course, it doesn't stop there. She also holds the record for the largest concert at Australia's Adelaide Oval Stadium, with attendance tipping the 60,000 mark. Imagine trying to get out of that parking lot. Moving on to singles that won't seem to budge out of the #1 spot anytime soon is another songstress, Miss Mariah Carey. Her 1995 collab with Boyz II Men, One Sweet Day, stayed at #1 on the Hot 100 chart for 4 straight months or 16 weeks. I can't even keep plants alive for that long. Our fave divas aren't the only ones breaking records. In fact, Drake recently broke one of Adele's. He's now the holder of the most Billboard Music Awards with 13, which beat out Adele's previously held record of 12. You also know you're badass when you break your own record. With 24 songs on the charts, Drake broke the record for most simultaneous hits on a chart previously held by, well, Drake. Drake's huge record-breaking streak doesn't end there. His Summer 16 tour with Future became the highest-grossing hip-hop tour of all time. 56 dates racked in more than $86 million, that's over $1.5 million a date. This knocked Kanye and Jay-Z's Watch the Throne tour down to #2.
We don't like to do too much explaining. Stories stay the same, I never change.
It's not just the new crop of rappers earning their stripes though. Eminem holds the world record for most words in a hit single. His song Rap God spans 6 minutes and 3 seconds and has a whopping 1,560 words in it, meaning he raps a little over 4 words a second.
Libbity, gibbity, hibbity, hip hop. You don't really want to get into a piss and match with this rapidy rat pack and a mac in the back of the yak backpack rap rap yap 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 kitty yak nap the exact same time.
Harry Styles proves that he doesn't need to be in a boy band to be one of the most popular acts around. In fact, it may have been holding him back. His recently dropped solo release set the record for the best debut album performance of any male artist hailing from the UK ever. He sold 64,000 more copies than Sam Smith, who previously held the record. Not every huge music record is about the charts though. Rapper Travis Scott broke the world record this past May for playing Goosebumps live 14 times in a row. Before that, the record was at 12 repeats when in 2012, Jay-Z and Kanye West played their song Inwards in Paris on their Watch the Throne tour.
You ease my mind, you make everything go. Yeah, worry about the sun. It's way too dark. It's way too, it's way too, it's way too hard.
If you always miss your jam, you might want to check out this guy. Nigerian DJ Obi broke the world record for the longest DJ set. Who knew that was even a thing? He started his 240-hour set, yes, 10 days worth of music, on June 22nd, 2016, and it ended on July 2nd. While he was able to take short breaks, he said he did suffer hallucinations. Talk about a crazy EDM party.
It was great. The energy was live. People came by that morning to actually be there for me to cross over into that time. There was a countdown that we had. So it was great.
It's safe to say Nicki Minaj's video for Anaconda took the world by storm. The rap goddess hit song earned the world record for most views in one day with 19.6 million views. This beat the previous record held by Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball by a staggering 7.3 million views. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say, but Pharrell actually has a second version of his music video for Happy that is 24 hours long. Yes, an entire day. This crazy video earned him the title for the longest music video ever. I think I'd rather be stuck in LA traffic than listen to the same song on repeat for 24 hours. But congrats, Pharrell.
Like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel.
It's no surprise that everyone's favorite Brit is a record breaker as well. Ed Sheeran's songs Shape of You and Castle on the Hill simultaneously sat at #1 and 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 when they debuted, making him the first ever to debut 2 songs in the top 10. Not to mention all 16 tracks on his album were charted in the top 40, another new record.
Girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm may be crazy, don't mind me.
And what's a record-breaking list without mentioning the one, the only Taylor Swift? Tay holds the record for most million-selling weeks on US Albums Chart and is the only artist to notch up not one, oh no, that's child's play, but 3 million-selling weeks on the Billboard 200 Albums Chart since sales were first tracked in 1991. She achieved this with her album Speak Now, Red, in 1989.
And when they came to me and said in the first day we sold 637,000 in 24 hours, that was the moment when I legitimately just like broke down.
Christina Aguilera still means business almost 20 years into the game. The pop diva broke an attendance record in Morocco when she headlined the Mawazine Rabat Festival. 250,000 attendees flocked to the stage to witness her performance. The year before, J-Lo's attendance seemed minuscule and 160,000 people in attendance. And finally, leave it to Kanye West to break a record for merch sales. Even though his tour merchandise is already super expensive, making it easier to break a record, this is pretty impressive. Kanye sold an insane $780,000 worth of memorabilia at Madison Square Garden alone last September. Funny enough, the Pope held that title before Kanye when he came to the Big Apple to do Mass and sold $540,000 worth of items. And now that we've counted down the 14 music artists who broke music-related records, I want to know which one made your jaw drop the most. Be sure to tell us in the comments section, and after that, click right over here to watch a few celebs who flipped out on stage, and as always, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on Clevver News. I'm your host, Drew Dorsey, and I'll see you next time.